Hey, it's Brian from Winter Garden Yoga, and today I'd like to show you my favorite foam rolling routine just to help me alleviate stiff neck, stiff back, and particularly a stiff low back. So grab your foam roller, grab some space, and let's do it. Awesome. Before you get started, I would recommend, if you're wearing a shirt, to tuck it into your shorts or into your warm-up pants or whatever you're wearing. The best thing to do when you foam roll is to foam roll on your bare skin. So if you're in a safe place, a secure place where you can remove your shirt or just be in your bare skin, that'll be a little more optimal than with clothes on. If you wear clothes, it's great. Just tuck things in so they don't get stuck under the foam roller or get dragged around by the foam roller. Okay? So first thing we're going to do is release the neck. So lying flat on your back, foam roller is just going to be right under the neck bones, the cervical spine, and just gently look side to side. Make sure you're breathing in and out through your nose the whole time. There should be no pain faces. There should be no panicking. Just easy. If anything hurts at all, stop immediately and go get checked out by a doctor. Generally speaking, the rules of foam rolling are no pain, and just foam roll enough that you feel relief. So for example, right now, today, as of this recording, my neck feels pretty good. So I maybe did about 10 or 12 maintenance repetitions. If it feels like you need to stay and work on your neck a little longer, pause the video and spend a little extra time here. Don't push hard. We're not trying to get a super deep tissue sports massage, especially on your neck. You want to be very gentle and just easy and just gradually try to increase the blood flow. If you're ready to move on with me, we're going to work on the rib cage. Now, when we're working on the rib cage, it's the T-spine, the thoracic spine. Make sure you stay on your ribs. Don't foam roll your low back. I'll show you how to do that when we get there. But from this sort of lying on our back position, supine position, we just want to stay on the ribs because that's where there's the most support. So we're going to place the foam roller right about the center, right at the very bottom of the rib cage. Let's put it that way. Knees bent, feet flat. You can cross your arms if you like. You're going to have to brace your abs a little. Push with your feet. Get your hips off the ground. Now I'm pulling with my legs. So my legs are extending. I'm pushing here. My hips drop. I'm still on the rib cage. Now I pull with my legs. Hips come up. This gets into the upper shoulders and the traps. And just easy, smooth breathing, easy. Again, I'm going to shoot for about 10 or 12 repetitions. If it feels like you need to stay here a little longer, stay here a little longer. If it feels like you need to stop immediately and come out, please do. One little trick you can try to get a little deeper in between your shoulder blades is arms up. You try to protract your shoulder blades and really work those little nooks and crannies between your shoulder blades. in your upper back, mid and upper back. But if that's too much, you can always bring your hands back here. Bring your seat safely to the ground and come on up to a seated position. If it feels like the foam roller's kind of getting away from you, that's okay. Pause, readjust, and just keep working from there. Don't let the foam roller slide away from you further and further as you progress through your exercise. Next up is quadratus lumborum. This one's a little tricky. So we're going to take the foam roller, lie on your side, and there's a little space between the bottom of your rib cage and the top of your hip bone. There's not a whole lot of space there, but the foam roller should be able to kind of wedge itself in that position. Forearm on the ground. This is my right side, so my right leg is going to be relaxed. Left knee is up because that's going to help me roll around. Now first, we're set up more or less a 90-degree angle. I'm facing you, maybe you're facing me directly. Now I'm going to gently kind of roll away from you until my breastbone is pointing 45 degrees more or less to the ceiling. There's the quadratus lumborum. I'm on my right side, so my right leg stays relaxed, and I'm helping to foam roll with my left leg and my right arm. Now you may not get directly onto the QL, but you will definitely get into some sticky spots. So notice, I changed my technique a little. I'm feeling a sticky spot closer to my hips. Now the foam roller is staying stationary, and I'm going to roll over the foam roller this way. So maybe human rolling until I feel that stickiness go away, and then I'll continue foam rolling this way. And just breathe. Hopefully I didn't panic when I felt that sticky spot in my QL. Again, 10 or 12 passes or more or less as needed. And just trying to gently explore these muscles of the low back. Tread lightly here. This can pack a powerful punch. Good. Bring everything to the ground and switch sides. Now for the sake of the camera angle, I'm going to do all this turning around and whatnot. All you have to do is just turn the other way. Left side. So the foam roller comes right in between. There's a little space between the uppermost part of your hip and your lowest rib bone. Left side, so this left leg is relaxed. Right knee comes up. Left forearm on the ground. I'm going to roll away from you till my breastbone is more or less 45 degrees to the ceiling. You'll know it when you hit it. And breathe. It's a little deceptive because it looks like my left leg is working. It isn't. My left leg is relaxed. It's my right leg that's pushing and pulling the majority of my weight, and I assist here with my left arm. You can do the same. Breathe. You may find that one side has a lot of opportunity, we'll put it that way, and another side is pretty free and clear. Because of the conditions I have with my leg length discrepancy and the way my hips turn and stuff, usually my right side is the side with the most opportunity. The left side is usually not too bad. But I will always do 10 to 12 repetitions. Just explore the different muscle fibers by rolling either the foam roller or keeping the foam roller still, and then I will roll around it. all the weight on the ground. Come on up to a seated position. Then we're going to move on to the glutes and the hamstrings. Awesome. Now be careful when you start working on your glutes and your hamstrings. It's going to be a combination of your hands on the ground and your feet on the ground. Watch me do it and see if it's something that's safe for you to try. Foam roller is directly behind me. I'm going to use my feet and my hands to kind of lift up, get that foam roller under me. If you have a hard time reaching to the ground, you might put some blocks or some books under your hands to help you leverage arm length discrepancies and stuff like that. And here we go. So this is for the glutes. I'm trying to get the entire glute complex pretty much from the very bottom of the glute all the way up to the top of the glute. Steady breathing. So my feet kind of push and pull, my hands kind of push and pull. Hopefully yours are doing that as well. If you want to try something, takes a little bit of coordination, but it's a nice way to get into some of the outer glute muscles. We'll try this together. It's a windshield wiper technique. So here we start with the knees up. Drop your knees to the side. Foam roll. Knees up. Drop your knees to the side. Foam roll. Knees up. It's almost like you make figure eights with your knees. You don't have to do the windshield wiping. You can if you like. I find it's a nice little variation. It just gets more and more of the glute and the hip muscles. We'll do a couple more. Even if you're not doing the windshield wipers, it's okay. You can just stay right here in that first technique. You'll get a lot of benefit from this. Gently scoot yourself off the foam roller. Hamstrings are next. The final muscle group we're going to work on is going to be the hamstrings. So the hamstrings are the backs of the legs. And here's what we're going to do. Same thing we did with the glutes, almost. Feet and hands help us get the foam roller under our seat. Straighten your legs to the best of your ability. I'm going to self-adjust. It's just because of the camera. Once you're set up at home, you may not need to readjust yourself, but just for the camera angle, I'm going to get a little bit closer here. Okay. Legs as straight as possible, and then we just continue foam rolling here. Hands on the ground. Now this time, the propulsion is coming from my arms. Pushing my feet away, pulling my feet and my body towards me. Same here, and just push, pull. And similar to what we did with the glutes, we can try some internal and external rotation of the hamstrings. Toes point up, kneecaps point up, legs rotate out, up, legs rotate in, up, out, up, in. And this way we're just getting more surface area of the hamstrings, just getting a little more circulation in more muscle groups. Now you may have seen the foam rollers kind of getting away from me. Because of the interest of the camera angle, I'm going to reset, but otherwise I might have gone all the way to the living room chasing after the foam roller. You don't have to do the internal and external rotation. You can if you want to. You can just stay internally rotated if you're feeling benefit there. You can stay neutral if you feel benefit here. You can externally rotate if you feel benefit there. It's going to be different every single day, every single time. Same guidelines as before. Start with at least 10 to 12 repetitions. You might need a little more or a little less, but let the pain relief or the stiffness relief, let that be your barometer. Once you feel some relief, whether it's stiffness, whether it's pain, just stop and move on to the next muscle group. Awesome. So there you have it. My foam rolling technique that I use to help loosen up my neck, my upper back, my low back. And the hamstrings and the glutes, they contribute to hip pain and low back pain as well. So it's a good thing to tackle all those muscle groups. If it feels like you want to get into your calves, just follow the same technique. Up and down the calves. Maybe you internally and externally rotate your legs so you get some of the outside calf muscles, inside calf muscles. There's really no hard and fast rules, except no pain, and at least give it about 10 or 12 repetitions, at least just to get some circulation increased in the area. Awesome. Let me know what you think in the comments. Please subscribe, please share, and please like. Go forth and be awesome.